Hi guys, what's going on, and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. So for today's video I thought I would go back to my roots, how I started on YouTube, and have a little sit down chatty fitness video. So as you can see from the title guys, today I am going to be covering reasons as to why you might not be progressing in the gym as well as you'd like to be. These are some very common mistakes that I see, and a lot of the information I give in today's vid might be very simple and straightforward, but they can't be overlooked. So we're going to go straight in. Point number one, the first common mistake that people make and that might halt their progress is that they're not eating the correct amount of calories for their goal. This sounds very simple, but it is probably the most important point that I'm going to make in today's video. So if you are trying to lose weight, you need to be in a calorie deficit. If you're trying to gain weight or build muscle, you need to be in a calorie surplus. So I recommend finding your maintenance calories. If you want to lose weight, I normally recommend reducing that by 300 to 400 calories to start off with, and then you'll obviously have to make calorie adjustments as you go. And if you're trying to gain weight or build muscle, I recommend going into a calorie surplus of about 200 to 300 calories to start with, and then you're going to have to adjust as you go, of course. You could be training around the clock, getting all your steps in, sleeping and recovering really well, but if your calories aren't correct for your goal, then your progress is definitely going to come to a halt a lot sooner than you'd like. So make sure your calories suit your goal and make sure you're making the calorie adjustments when necessary. So another common mistake is not tracking your lifts in the gym. This is so important. Anything you can track, you can improve on and you can progress with. If you're not tracking, and if you're guessing your workouts and guessing your lifts and guessing the amount of volume you've done in your previous session, then you're going to end up going around and round in circles and you're going to reach a plateau eventually. So make sure you're logging your lifts and progressively overloading in your sessions each week, especially if you're trying to build new tissue or build a new shape. You need to make sure that you're beating your numbers from the previous week and matching your volume from the previous week as well. This is why having a logbook or even just taking down notes in your phone of your workout is so important, and it's another reason having a structured workout plan is really important too. If you're going into the gym and doing different workouts every week and different movements every week, then it's going to be impossible to track your progress and progressively overload on each movement. So find yourself a structured workout plan and make sure you were taking down in your notes or in your notepad the weight you're lifting and how many sets you're doing in each movement. If you guys saw the notes tab in my phone, I should really invest in a little notepad, to be honest, at this stage, because the notes in my phone are just completely blocked up with numbers and sets and workouts, and you'll see the dates each week, you'll see the exact same movements each week, and you'll see my numbers increasing each week, and that's how I know I'm progressing. It also feels really good just being able to, you know, see the numbers you lifted the previous week and do more than that. There's no guesswork involved, and you know when you're leaving the gym that you're getting stronger and you're improving. So that's point number two guys, make sure you're tracking your lifts. So if you're eating the correct calories, if you're using a workout plan and tracking your lifts but you're still not seeing the progress you want, then it could be down to your recovery and you not prioritizing your recovery. And when I say recovery, I don't just mean rest days, I mean prioritizing your sleep and your stress management too. These two things are often overlooked and they are so important when it comes to progressing in the gym. If you're not allowing your body enough time to recover, you're only going to stunt your progress, and you'll be a lot more likely to pick up injuries and little niggles along the way that will stop you from being able to progressively overload when you are training. So make sure you're prioritizing it guys. You should be getting at least 7 to 8 hours per night ideally. I know that's not realistic for everyone with super busy schedules, but having good sleep hygiene is super important when it comes to muscle recovery and muscle growth. And the same with your stress management. A lot of us live really hectic, stressful, busy lifestyles. Some things we can't control, but what we can control is our approach on how we manage the stressors in our life, and keeping your stress levels down will result in your body being able to recover a bit better from your sessions, and that means you can continue progressing. So obviously guys, make sure you have adequate rest days, make sure your sleep is on point, and do your best to have good stress management protocols in place for when things do get hectic, because it will definitely stand to you when it comes to tracking your progress in the gym. Reason number 4 as to why you might not be progressing progressing in the gym as well as you'd like to be is because your workout program and your diet approach just doesn't suit your lifestyle. This is one of the most common mistakes I see people make over and over again. For example, if you're a working mom with kids at home, have a super busy lifestyle, you're working on a budget, and if you take on a super expensive meal plan that has meals that need an hour or two to prep each day, if you're trying to do 6 workouts a week when you simply don't have the time, it is a recipe for disaster, and I see it time and time again. You need to be realistic with what's going to suit your lifestyle. Of course, guys, if you're trying to improve your health or change your body, there's going to have to be some level of sacrifice when it comes to your routine. You know, it might mean an hour less of TV per day or an hour less of scrolling on your phone in order to get your workouts in. But you also need to make sure it's realistic and it's not too drastic of a change for you basically from the start. Before you sign up to a program or start a new diet plan, you need to sit down and ask yourself what's realistic for you at the start. If it means starting off on a 3-day program, finding your feet with it and then increasing your training days as you go, then that's definitely a good approach to take, as opposed to going straight into a 6-day plan, you know, feeling super overwhelmed and then throwing in the towel before you know it. So make sure you avoid that mistake from the get-go, guys. Find a plan that actually works for you. Everyone's different. Some people want a structured meal plan, some people want different meals every day, some people want to follow macros, some people want to train at the gym, other people at home, some people don't want to lift weights at all, and that is completely fine. There are so many different approaches that will suit different people's lifestyles, and finding what actually works for you is so important from the get-go so that you don't run into trouble from the very start. Another reason you might feel like you're not progressing in the gym is because you're not taking progress pictures or videos of yourself. This is another super common one. A lot of the times people actually are making great progress, but they're not taking progress pictures, so they can't actually see it. A lot of the time, especially with women, and you know what, it's quite common with men too, when guys are trying to build muscle, they're focusing on their scale weight and they're gauging all their progress from the number on the scale, which can be so inaccurate. I've seen girls completely change their body composition, like get leaner and grow more muscle and keep their body weight the exact same. So if it wasn't for progress pictures, in those cases these girls might think that they're not changing at all. Make sure you're taking your progress pictures. Take clips of yourself at the gym, even if it's just you throwing up your iPhone in the corner and just watching yourself train. You can be very surprised by how much progress you're making without actually seeing it. You might actually be making great progress, but you just can't see it because you're tracking it incorrectly. And another reason why you might not be making as much progress as you'd like in the gym is because you're relying on motivation to adhere to your plan. It's not motivation that's going to make you, you know, stand out from the crowd. It's consistency and it's building good habits. I always tell myself that it's the days where I don't want to train, or the days where I can think of any excuse under the sun to not follow my meal plan. It's on those days that you make the most progress, and it's those days that will set you apart from everyone else. Those are the days that are going to make you different. So if you have your workout plan in place, you have your diet plan in place, you're prioritizing your recovery and sleep, you're tracking your lifts, but if you are still relying on being motivated to get your ass out of bed in the morning to get to the gym, it won't be long, guys, until you fall off the bandwagon. You can't rely on motivation because that's going to come and go. You need to rely on your daily habits and build daily habits that set you up for success in the long run. I know a lot of the points I made are super simple and straightforward, but honestly, guys, it's the basics that you always need to peel it back to. And sometimes, you know, we have a tendency to overcomplicate things when we don't need to at all. Peeling it back to the basics, ticking your boxes daily and just building better habits is the foundation for progression. It's coming up to the end of February now, and I feel like a lot of people that might have started in January, you know, might be losing motivation or can't understand why they're not making progress anymore. So I'm hoping some of those points might help you and guide you in the right direction when it comes to getting back on track and just making sure that you're making the most out of your workout and diet plan. Anyway, guys, I am just about to go and train. I have a leg day on the cards today, so I was just going to make this a little sit down video, but I thought it would be a shame to not bring you through my leg session as well. So I am going to have something quick to eat. I'm going to head to the gym and I'm going to finish off this vid by showing you my leg workout, so I hope you enjoy it.
We'll